guys, what's up? It's Brooke. Today I'm going to be talking about my tips, I guess, for having a successful YouTube channel. Now, I am definitely not the person with 1 million subscribers and, you know, bringing in the change, but I enjoy what I do. I think I'm pretty happy with everything that I have with my channel and where everything is, so that's why I'm doing this video. I'm not doing it to be like, look at me. Look at me. That's not my intention. I just thought this would be something fun to do, and I love these videos, so I kind of wanted to throw one of these out there. I think it all starts with having a good channel name. You definitely want to have something that has to do with your content, but everyone, I feel like, does kind of change their content throughout making videos, even if it's just a little bit. So make it broad enough, but also a little bit more concentrated. I don't know if that makes sense, but like Brooke Loves Beauty X3. I used to make beauty videos. I don't only make beauty videos, but I definitely do. And the way I kind of phrase it is like, there's beauty in everything I talk about. Everything is beautiful. Which is really dumb. I think just kind of figuring out something that works for you. Also, don't have something with like BL9426783 4IJ. Make sure that you have a username and a channel name that actually makes sense and that people can look up easily, to make sure it has something to do with you, your content, and easy enough to spell. I wouldn't make it too long. Mine is definitely like kind of a little bit too long of a username, but what can you do? So try to make it a little bit more concise, for sure. I think you should definitely talk about something that you are passionate about. Don't talk about something because it's getting views. Post videos, especially in the beginning, about things that you just love, because you're kind of making videos for yourself because you don't have an audience. So especially make those about things that you really care about and you're interested in. The next one kind of goes a little bit relating to having passion, but also be authentic with what you're doing, what you're saying, what you're promoting, everything. Just never use clickbait or things that make you seem like you're an unattainable person, I guess, if that makes sense. You always want to seem like you're a legitimate person with like a face and feelings and everything. You know, you never just want to seem like a plastic cutout of, you know, your favorite celebrity. Really focus on staying true to who you are, because that's really why people are drawn to different channels, is because of the personality. Yes, the content, of course, but like, that's what makes people stick around. The content brings them in, but the personality makes them stick around because they're very intrigued by who you are, they want to learn more, etc., etc. And plus, if they're getting that, let's say you're obsessed with Bethany Moda, and you want to be just like her, so you literally do everything just like her, people are not going to watch you because you are smaller and you're just copying someone else. So they're going to watch the original compared to the fake. So I think you should just 100% from the beginning just be who you are. It'll come eventually. People will start finding your channel eventually, and you don't have to do that by copying everybody, you know? I think it's really important to have a list of video ideas constantly on your phone or in a notebook or something. I always have this little folder on my notes on my phone that is video ideas, so I always have it with me. And whenever I have a video idea, I just throw it in here. These are all my video ideas. I don't know if you can tell, but there's a lot of them. There's 37 notes in here, and some of them have multiple topics. And then if I'm kind of unsure about how the video will go, like for example, if it's not a haul or a favorites video or something, and it's more of a sit-down video, I don't always do this, but I might have a bulleted list of things that I want to talk about and the order I want to talk about them or whatever, just so I hit my key points and it's more of an informative, informational video than just like a blah video, you know? You definitely, at least for me, I like to have that. Some people don't need that and some people do. I'm kind of in between. I do it sometimes. Try your best to have a schedule for your videos. For me, I post every other day at 1 p.m. Eastern time, you know, at me. I think that really works for me, and that's just a pattern I've gotten into and I can handle it. Some people post once a week. Some people post a few times a week, like 3 times or, you know, 2 times a week. So just work with what you can do, and I would say kind of work your way up. For me, I started posting every other day during the summer last year. So it was really easy because I could just really focus on my channel. I wasn't doing school or anything, so that was great. And then when school hit, I was already in this like momentum, I guess, that I kept going. and I think that's really cool. Do whatever works for you though. You don't have to do every other day. You definitely can if you want to, but I would just say focus on what you think will work for your channel and you the best, and be realistic with it, because if you're saying like, I'm gonna post every single day at this time, no fails, like it'll always happen, but you go to school or you have a really intense job or you just like to hang out with your friends a lot or your family, that's so okay. But you just have to be realistic and just say, well, I really can't do that every single day, but maybe I can do it once a week, and kind of, you know, slowly work your way up if you want to, but just try to have a consistent schedule, because that's kind of what intrigues people. If they see you posting a lot, they'll probably subscribe to you. If they see you posting once a month or once every 6 months, they're probably gonna be like, no thanks. So this is one I personally don't do, but I know it works for a lot of people and they really enjoy it, and that's doing collabs. So basically, somehow you hit up a YouTuber who has around the same amount of subscribers as you, and you both post a similar video. I definitely think that those work, and that kind of works to bring different subscribers to your channel, and it also just helps you make some friends who are intrigued by the same things as you. It's not for everyone though. I personally just don't do it. I'm not against it necessarily. As of right now, it's not for me, but I know that a lot of people are really interested by that and like the benefits of it. I think a good way to get people on your channel and be a little bit more intriguing to someone who doesn't really know you is by your thumbnails. I think those are really, really important. Make sure that they're bright and exciting and fun and have some text on them maybe, or some emojis or some overlays. Some people who are very successful on YouTube don't do anything super crazy with their thumbnails. They're just like, and that's it, you know? And they post it and it gets so many views and that works for them. So I guess just kind of figure out what works for you. Make sure you're using the tags in your videos. Basically, when you're uploading a video, at the bottom it says tags, and you can put things that relate to your video. That helps you get a little bit more of interest from different people, because when they're searching, let's say you post a haul and in the tags you put try on, haul, summer, spring, 2016, clothing, fashion, makeup, beauty, different things like that. But people search that, that gives you a little bit more of a shot to be seen by them, and if they're watching similar videos, it might pop up in the recommended. So I definitely would recommend using tags. I think a huge thing with being a little bit more successful with YouTube is commenting back to people who comment to you. I always comment back to people, and once again, it's not because I'm expecting anything super crazy, it's just because I genuinely am like so happy that you took the time out of your day to comment to me, so I have to comment back. It's just my thing. But I know a lot of people don't really do that, and they're still very successful. So once again, not everybody. I just think if you want to have more of like a community family kind of feel, it's really important to comment back to people, and then you get kind of familiar with different commenters who keep popping up on your channel. I like seeing the same people who comment again and again and again. It just makes me feel really like a family, honestly, and I think it's really cool. When I comment on a video, I love when the person takes time out of their day to answer. I know some people have crazy huge channels and it's just impossible to answer to everybody, so I'm talking about for the smaller channel who can answer to everybody. I think it's really important to do that. These are kind of like the basic ones. Have good lighting. I use studio lights. I use 2 lamps and then my 2 studio lights. I have a window right here. That's what I personally do. It works enough for me, I guess. Also, when you're editing, you can change the saturation and the exposure and the contrast and all that stuff and make it a little bit brighter and more colorful. I don't think you need to have the best camera of all time. I really don't. I don't think that really means anything. I think having good lighting wins over having a good camera, because you could have the best camera in the world. You could have the Canon 5 million gajillion million thousand 100 I, and it won't matter if it's completely pitch black in your videos or if it's really grainy looking. So make sure that you have a window, or you can buy some lights. I think you can even buy light bulbs that are like white compared to yellow, and you can just use those. So just be a little bit more creative with that. You really don't need to have the best camera ever. Use your phone. That is probably the best camera that a lot of people have. You could use your laptop or an iPad or something, but I think the phone is the best one. You want to have it set up like this though, so the back camera is what you're using compared to the front, because the back shoots in a higher quality than the front one. So just set it up and you can have maybe a mirror letting you see what you're doing, but that's what I would recommend. Now, I do watch some people who don't edit their videos at all, and I still love them actually so much. But I do think it's important to take out the little, let's say you're doing a haul video and you're going from one piece of clothing to the next, I think it's important to cut that little piece out because no one wants to see you go, so this piece of clothing, you know what I mean? It's just like, meh. So I would recommend just cutting out little things like that. Or if you're talking and you're like I went to the mall and then I did this, and then I went to Sephora, and then like I went to Ulta after that, and then like I just love Ulta, like, you know what I mean? Cut out all those little fillers, like the the likes, the so many so's that you can do. The last one is don't do this. Don't ever do this. This is one of my biggest pet peeves of all time. I hate this so much. Please don't comment sub for sub. Don't comment, hey, I loved your video, check out my channel. Hey, I'm doing this on my channel, come check it out. I can't handle those comments. I know I did one of those comments one time in my entire channel, and I regret it. Like, you don't want people like that. You don't want someone subbing for sub. That makes me really angry because that just shows that you only want a number. You don't care about who's actually watching. And if you do sub for sub, you're not gonna really get quality viewers who genuinely care about you and your channel. You're just not. Like, that's just how it is. You might get a few who actually really are happy that they did that, but for the most part, no. I just don't think it's worth it. In conclusion, I would say just have fun with it. Enunciate your words, be yourself, just don't take it too seriously, and just enjoy it because it should be a lot of fun. So I love you guys so much, and please be sure to subscribe, comment, thumbs up, and all that jazz. And I will see you guys in my next video. Bye guys!